G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Here today to do a video on the Black Bay 54, the Tudor that I bought recently from the heavies at Eminir Horology. Now, excuse my getup, I just finished fucking up some weight at the gym, so pretty proud of myself. But the Tudor, so I've spent the weekend away over in the farm country over at Mudgee, which is about 3.5 hours away from Sydney. And I thought to myself, out of my 6-piece collection, which watch am I going to bring? I was going to go with the Miss Flake, because as you'll see in the footage, it was misty as fuck, so I was like, oh, I might bring the Miss Flake with me, but I brought the Tudor along. Now I know it's a diver, but thought to myself, you know what, the Tudor's the cheapest watch in my collection, not necessarily the, most inferior quality, it's just the cheapest watch. And it had features that I didn't think would be needed, but it actually really helped out quite a lot. So I'll go into detail in this video. However, the Tudor I ended up bringing, and it was the right choice. So I'm actually going to a Euro trip in September. And I was thinking, all right, which watch am I going to bring that's not going to attract attention, that's going to do the job because it's summer in Europe, and also I'm going to go swimming and whatnot. And if I lose it, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Or if I fuck it up, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. So the Tudor is going to be the watch I'm going to bring. I was going to bring the Miss Flake, but I'll explain again in detail as to why the Tudor takes the spot. So to get on with the video, here's my weekend away at the farm with the Tudor Black Bay 54. Let's go. So for me, going to the farmlands is a yearly tradition during winter time. It's just amazing to go there, it's cold as fuck while you're out, go to the campfire and just relax and disconnect from society. But bringing the Black Bay 54 with me was a real treat. Tudors to me have always felt the most robust. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like a tool. When you think a tool watch, I just think Tudor for some reason. Now, bringing the Black Bay 54 with me was an easy decision. Again, it's the most cheapest watch in my collection, and I don't mind fucking it up a little bit with a few scratches, so it is what it is. Now, I can honestly say, great watch. Time only, doesn't have a date, and that's a good thing because I don't want to know what day it is. I just want to relax, unwind, and want to know the time. That's it. I don't want to know what fucking day it is. When going to the farm, a few activities come into mind. So chopping wood, going on hikes, fucking around with some kangaroos, cooking, doing some barbecues, just simple stuff. And look, it's not labor intensive. We're not trying to demolish our watch while we're doing this. No, it's just basic stuff that you do. You go to a few wineries here and there, whatever, right? Like the watch isn't going to take a beating, and the Black Bay will hold up. And you don't want to bring a complicated watch to the farm. The less complications, the better. Time only, and you're pretty much done. Also, my dog Pluto joined us for the ride. He really enjoyed himself. Such a good boy. So as I was mentioning, time only, that's all you really need. Now, the most important thing when considering what watch to bring is comfort. Because we're in winter time and then we're at the farm, we're doing some labor stuff, not too intensive, but we're fucking around with chopping wood, campfires, things of that nature. Your wrist ends up swelling and contracting. Like, the size of your wrist does fluctuate quite a lot, quite a lot. And in normal circumstances, look, when I wear the Black Bay on the tightest setting, it's completely fine. However, during this farm trip, what I found is I had to adjust the bracelet quite often. And by the end of it, I actually had the bracelet just at full extension. And yeah, it was just absolutely needed. Like, I don't usually need to wear this full extension, but it was definitely needed. And this is why I brought the Black Bay 54. The Miss Flake has no micro adjustments. The Santos doesn't have it. I'm not going to bring my rollies because they're not, I'm just not going to bring them. And the Speedy, I'm just not going to bring. So, Tudor it is. So, spent the week on the farm here, or the weekend on the farm, and the 54 has done really well. It's funny, I was reflecting on this piece. It wasn't a impulse purchase, but it was something that I bought earlier than expected. And I remember a time when these watches were extremely hard to get. There were actually wait lists, and as of recent, there still were wait lists of about 2 weeks, and I just didn't quite understand it. In all honesty, this versus the 58, to me, same shit. Really, it's the same shit. It's the bracelet that's really sets it apart, and if it wasn't for the bracelet, I would probably stick with the 58, but you know what? This watch is absolutely amazing as a complete package. I had a wonderful time. Let's wrap this up. All right, so just to wrap this video up, I actually don't have the Tudor on me at the moment because, as I mentioned, I just finished fucking up some weight at the gym. Went from Mudgee in the farmland, went to a hike over at Katoomba. What was it called? Cataract Falls or something. And as soon as I got back here at home, just took the watch off, went to the gym, came back and just finishing up this video. But the Black Bay 54, amazing companion. So the micro adjust was basically a godsend. It's winter here in Sydney, and over in regional territory, it's pretty cold, right? So thought to myself, you know, the Black Bay is going to be all right. I have it on the tightest setting, and it's, you know, it has a bit of space in it. But my wrist expanded like crazy while I was over there. I ended up having it at the tightest setting all the way to the widest setting. While I was doing hikes, fucking up some wood. I love going to the farm. I just like fucking some wood up, right? Burning shit as well, like, you know, and a fire pit, not irresponsibly. And just disconnecting, I just absolutely love it. And yeah, the Black Bay 54 was just a great companion to do all of that while I'm fucking some wood up, going on hikes, just timing shit. You know, you got the diving bezel, but you can still time shit with it. And it's durable. Like, to me, Tudors have always felt the most durable out of my entire collection. I don't know what it is, it just feels the most tool-like, where I compare it with, let's say, the Mistflake. The Mistflake is well built, but it doesn't feel tool-like. The Tudor definitely feels tool-like, and the size of 37 millimeters doesn't tell the whole story. The lug-to-lug is the same as, like, well, not the same, but it's very similar to your Datejusts 41s. Like, the lug-to-lug is still quite not overbearing, but there's a presence to it. And the 37 mils, I'll be honest with you, I can't tell the fucking difference between my Black Bay 58 and this one. Like, yes, there is a definite difference, but it's like 2 mils, so I don't really feel it. The bracelet, however, yeah, it's amazing. So the T-Fit clasp, definitely worth fucking the Black Bay 58 off and going for the 54. And that's the video. Great weekend away. I highly recommend anyone who's wanting to disconnect from society for a bit, just to reset, go to Mudgee, hire a farmhouse. There's heaps of them out there in Airbnb. The one we stayed at was about $400 a night, but it was a 3-bedroom. So really, if you split it between 3 couples, it costs best part of nothing, right? And the Black Bay was a great companion, so I can't wait to bring the Black Bay with me to Europe. That's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully I don't get robbed, and even if I get robbed, it doesn't matter, whatever. But that's the end of the video. Catch you in the next one.